is now Chowtown.
Wow.
And
Chow
how do you guys
mania.
feel about this? How do you how did you guys chow there? Chow there? Anyway, did you guys were you guys watching the voting polls and all that stuff?
No.
Um, I was watching it because I was doing stuff and listening to the vote. At first, I thought Amanda Bylaw was gonna Angela what a Bylaw. I thought
Uh,
she was gonna win,
c-
and then
yeah, because it was
it was
close.
like it was close, and then
How
it was
close
just
was it?
like boom,
Like,
chow,
like
boom, chow, and then it was just like
it's hard to
a
describe, but like,
gap.
yeah,
Hmm.
like it was
So like, where? Okay, first, where did you see it? Where were you watching it?
CP24.
CP24.
Because CP234, they had like this whole thing where they went to both places and they're bouncing between, like, we're live at Olivia Chow's spot, then we're live at Amanda's spot, and we're live at thing. And as they're talking, you're hearing the yelling, and then they'll go back to the office because the polls are closing, and then the results are coming up as like live, right?
So okay, my next question is, you're saying they're live at certain competitors' homes,
No,
where
like wherever they
like
were
their
having
head,
like
station?
like
their
headquarters. Yeah,
celebrations, yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. How many of the people
Hmm.
that were in the lead, based off the pre-poll, were they actually at?
They were based off what I remember, it was only on the Bilal and Olivia Chow's place. They were like doing the whole yelling and
So two out of a
stuff.
hundred.
I mean, I
Two
think
out of a hundred.
I mean the rest
Yes,
they
because
were
they're going by. I think they're going by the lead. Whoever is the lead right now, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Mm.
They're not going by. I think if it was like this person was in the lead, it's like we're live from that place. You know what I mean?
Okay, they're only looking at the top five.
Hmm.
Right. Yeah. Everyone
And
else,
then
the 95 of you. Yeah.
you know what's crazy to find out is that only 39%, I think, voted.
Of Toronto.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Only 39%
Of Toronto.
of Toronto. That's crazy.
So all I'm gonna say is if you did not vote and I hear you complain about how Toronto moving, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Because you did not do your diligence. You did not make your voice heard. So don't chat when everything is going down the drain. Thank you.
That's not even a million people.
What's
No.
her population again?
We're like close to 3 mil now, right?
Yes.
Roughly, yeah. That's not even a million people.
Shut up. I think what they say, Chloe Brown, they were shocked because, well, not really shocked, but like she was in sixth or seventh place. But you got
Okay.
to remember, she wasn't on most of the debates. She didn't get like the funding like everybody else got.
Right, right.
She is basically like from the grassroots to get where she was,
Organic.
apparently.
Yeah.
Organic. That's what's being told. You know what I mean? So, which I agree. I agree. Like basically, she came from the bottom. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, shout out to her. Um, uh, yeah. How do you guys feel about this? Because I heard Olivia Chow saying that she felt like, everybody else was on the same page when it came to like the city and stuff, and she's going to be working with the other mayor candidates. How do you guys feel about this? Do you guys, wait,
Interesting.
how do you guys feel about this? Like, do you feel great that,
See, I don't know if she's saying that just to be like a good sport or like she's really like, nah, I'm gonna like
Actually work with them.
like actually work with them.
Well, one, I don't think I have enough information behind it to really give a real opinion. But based on the information that is in front of me, it's nice to know that she's going to be considering other people, even if they had a different plan from hers,
uh
or working cooperatively with others. Plays well with others. Um, but other than that, it's like what goal or mission is she going to be reaching if she's going to have everybody else also included? Wouldn't they kind of go against what she's actually trying to work towards in some degree? Like
I,
prime example,
I,
what's his name? What's his name? Chris Guy?
Yo, that yo.
Like if she was to bring Chris Guy on her like team, he could give value, don't get me wrong, but they'd already be butting heads when it comes to taxes.
I mean,
She'd cut him out the chat.
first off, that'd be crazy if you like.
If he
I
all
don't
says
think we
they're
should
working.
take that guy serious in any way, shape, or form.
I
Hey,
don't know
some
about that.
things he does are pretty on point. Can't lie about that.
He's lying straight through the porcelains, man.
You say he's
Yo,
lying straight to the porcelains? I cannot. I cannot.
yo, okay. That like dazed me a second, but nah. No, I think I'm gonna lean on like she's a good sport. She's just saying that just to be like,
Yeah, plays well with others.
plays well, but really work with them, nah, nah.
Not
Sure,
it's all a
I
front.
it's like what
I don't.
she has to run the 2 years. Remember, because Tory's supposed to do 4, but Tory can't. So,
And she could always get reelected.
and that's which will be yeah. So in
The
2023,
problem is
so
I swear we're in a
2025, yeah.
deficit. We're in a deficit right now, no? So it's like I think you have to go through um like I guess we got to go through the deficit first and clear like we're in the negative. So I swear I got to clear that out first before we make any other moves, no?
Yeah, but
I feel like we'll always be in a deficit in some form or matter, you know? I think what matters is more so our cash flow. How much are we actually bringing in versus how much is actually going out?
Uh-oh,
true.
taxes is going up. That's what it sounds like. Taxes is going up.
Yo,
Right? But why is it that taxes are going up here in Toronto? And specifically in Toronto. Like,
I do not have a clue on that.
they say
right?
I don't currently
Because
live
that would
there.
be a real question. Like,
they say the property taxes you guys pay for is too low.
and it's already like what? We did a math on it. It was like 1.7% or something.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah.
Roughly.
But they want to bring it up to like, it's going all the way up towards 3%.
That's jeez, wow.
And it's like, to those who don't understand why that makes a big difference or change, when you have a house that costs $500,000,
And up.
yes.
Yeah, like
Now we're up in the millions. Let me roughly do the math here for you guys. Let's say because a lot of our houses are starting over 600,000, really. 600,000 times 1% is 6,005
for the year.
for the year.
Yeah.
You got that house for 25 years. So let's times that by 25 because that's the average rate as to how much you would pay on a house.
Right.
You're going to end up paying, in addition to your $600,000 house, $150,125 just for property taxes.
And even if you pay off the mortgage, you still have to pay property tax.
Yes. So imagine that bump to 3%. You're
So
timesing that by 3. So now you're basically paying
so you're gonna be crying like that
450,000.
kid
Yes.
in Monopoly. When I was like, "What's wrong, Billy?" and he's just like, "Taxes,
Yep.
taxes,
Yep.
It's
taxes."
dumb because
Yep.
it's a human concept. Like another person that looks like me made it up. 18,000 in
Woo!
property taxes a year. That's crazy.
20,000. That's some people's income.
Yo. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I don't know if you
um,
guys. I know some of you can retire, but
Ooh, after
I'm
25,
just gonna say,
that is
I,
$500,000.
that's on top of mortgage too.
That's on top of your mortgage.
It's nasty work out here.
Am I going to get something back?
I will be definitely caring for the individuals that are going through this.
Oh my God.